Kirk Watson was invited to talk about his support of Barack Obama. Here's some of that interview. You're a big Barack supporter, right, Senator?
I am. Yes, I am.
Well, name some of his legislative accomplishments. No, Senator, I want you to name some of Barack Obama's legislative accomplishments tonight, if you can.
Well, what I will talk about is more about what he's offering to the American people.
No, what has he accomplished, sir? You say you support him. Sir, you have to give me his accomplishments. You've supported him for president. You're on national television.
Well,
name his legislative accomplishments, Barack Obama, sir.
Well, I'm not going to be able to name you specific
items
of legislative accomplishments.
Can you name anything he's accomplished as a congressman?
No, I'm not going to be able to do that tonight.
Well, that was Texas Senator Kirk Watson, who couldn't answer my questions last night. By the way, I continued to ask him as everybody who watched knew. He still couldn't come up to the answer. He wrote something rather delightful today. He wrote this on his website, Senator Watson did. So that really happened. That's what he wrote. So that really happened. On Tuesday night, after an important and historic victory in the Wisconsin presidential primary by Senator Barack Obama, I appeared on the MSNBC post-election program. Hardball host Chris Mathews, who is, it turns out, as ferocious as they say, began grilling me on Senator Obama's legislative record, and my mind went blank. I expected to be asked about the primary that night, or the big one coming up in Texas on March 4th, or just about anything else in the news. When the subject changed so emphatically, I reached for information that millions of my fellow Obama supporters could recite by heart, and I couldn't summon it. State Senator Kirk Watson, by the way, was invited to be on Hardball this evening for a second chance, but he declined. He'll be on sooner or later. We like this guy. And with us now is Senator Claire McCaskill, U.S. Senator Claire McCaskill, Missouri Democrat, who has endorsed Barack Obama for president. Senator McCaskill, I have to tell you, maybe I thought he had the look of a guy like myself who isn't much of a detail sort of person. I thought, this is a perfect guy to ask these kind of questions to. But it does stun me that somebody that would come on national television and say, I'm here as a surrogate. And all I asked him was a wide-open question. What has this fella done as a U.S. And so same question to one of Senator Barack Obama's colleagues. You, Senator McCaskill, what has Senator Obama accomplished as a colleague of yours in the U.S. Senate?
Well, he's accomplished a great deal in a very short period of time, whether it was working with Senator Lugar in terms of securing loose nuclear weapons around the world, whether it was his efforts with Senator Coburn to open up the records of spending of government to the people on the Internet. Obviously, one that I cared very much about. He was the first senator to effectively go after the Wounded Warriors disgrace at the Walter Reed Hospital and got a great deal of his initial legislation. The first senator to file that legislation got most of that passed into law within a matter of months. And then obviously the one that's right in Senator McCain's backyard, earmark reform. I think that if we're going to talk about who is capable of bringing people together, even though Senator McCain has a good record in terms of looking down his nose at earmarks, he was not able to accomplish the kind of reform on transparency that Senator Obama was able to accomplish in a very short period of time after he arrived in the Senate.
Okay, that's over with. Let's talk politics, Senator. You support Senator McCain.
By the way, that poor guy last night, I mean, it was a little intimidating. And, you know, I thought we were going to have another crying moment, except it was going to be this poor state senator from Texas. I felt terribly for him.
Well, he can join the Zell Miller Lonely Hearts Club then, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to be too tough about this. You know what it is? This isn't Success Magazine here, Senator. You know, the idea is to come on here and ask tough questions and see if people know what they're talking about. That's sort of what I do. In real life, you know, as a real-life person, I'm sort of a nice guy, but on this show, I play hardball. Let me ask you about this question. Well, you know that. Let me ask you this question about Senator Obama.